So I want to take a second to talk about the renovations that I've been doing for these units. That is always a challenge, is to find out how much you should improve these units. You don't want to over improve, but you also want to make sure that you improve it enough to get the maximum rent bumps. And it's never easy to decide, do you go quartz countertops and brush nickel and two-tone paint and whatnot and go all out, or do you do them in, do you do white appliances and the cheapest flooring you can find and whatnot. So it's a challenge. So that my advice on that is to, one, do your own research. So look at other comparable properties in the area and what that market is doing, what it's absorbing, what kind of renovations they're doing. But also, if you have a property manager, which I do, they're a great resource. They work in that market all day, every day, and they're renting out other units. So they have to have their finger on the pulse as to what the renovations should look like and what the units should look like once they're finished. So for me on this property, I decided that I wanted, because it's quite a nice area, we're hoping to be targeting young professionals. So that's kind of the tenant base that we're hoping to bring to the property. And with that, I decided to go with granite countertops, laminate flooring, where they needed new flooring. One of the units we were able to sand the flooring and just restain it, and it's gonna look great because it's original hardwood. And then stainless steel appliances. There wasn't washer dryers in. We got washer dryer hookups and bought washer and dryers, so now those units have washer and dryers. Because we did have communal washer and dryers there, but the issue with that was that it was all the way down in the basement, and the basement wasn't great. And this is 3 floors, so imagine if you're at the top and you have to go down 4 flights of stairs to do your washing. It's not going to attract necessarily that kind of tenant base that we want. So plus it's just a lot more attractive to have a washer dryer in a unit. It's going to be able to help us to push rents as well. It's a selling point of the property. Not many of the other ones in the area, that the comparable properties in the area have washer dryers. So that's when we were doing the renovations. I looked into how much it was going to cost, how much washer and dryers were going to cost, and it really wasn't that much compared to what I would be gaining by putting in washer and dryers. So we did that. I'm also considering putting Wi-Fi in the building, and I think it's quite inexpensive to have Wi-Fi for the building. But I think that could be another plus to obviously young professionals who work from home, or internet is very internet. It needs to be fast internet as well. So that's definitely something I'm considering as well. But yeah, to provide a good units, a nice, clean, look good in a great area, and trying to provide some sort of amenities. Like I mentioned, the Wi-Fi. Another one I was considering was to add security cameras, just to, for me, being here in Las Vegas and having the property in Covington, I will be able to look at it whenever I want, but also just to provide the tenants with a little bit more security, or the feel of security. So I think all those things will and should provide us with the right rent that we're looking for, but also to attract the right tenant base that we're looking for as well. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how they turn out, and how the pictures look once they get the professional pictures done, and yeah, to get them rented and see how much we can get in rent. It's exciting. This is what it's all about, right? When you take over the property and you have renovations done, once you get to the end of it and the things are looking like you're getting ready to rent, that's what it's all about. So yeah, that's what those were the improvements that I decided to do to my property. I'd be interested to to hear what people think that the best bang for their buck is in terms of improvements and in terms of renovations.